Luciano Zaccara is a Middle East and Gulf political analyst. He joins us now from Doha. Good to have you back with us, Luciano. Can I begin by asking you about Trump's so-called peace plan? The White House is putting more pressure on Hamas to agree to the deal. The group says it's still carefully considering the proposal. What do you believe is the likely outcome, given the fact that it's been widely viewed as a proposal that's much more favourable towards Israel than the Palestinians?
Yeah, actually, to call it a peace plan is like a joke, honestly. I mean, of course, the conditions are not acceptable, are not good for Hamas, but what other options they have? I mean, so far, there is nothing on the table that can be an alternative to this plan. The plan was supposedly discussed before with the leaders of the Arab and Muslim countries, but at the end, it was totally different from what it was discussed. At least all the things that they were discussed as red lines for the Arab countries are not there. And as you said, it's more in line with the Israeli needs than anything else. So this is, I think, the worst plan ever made since the war started. It's something that, of course, it's not acceptable for Hamas. The problem is that they have no other option. Now they are between the sword and the wall. Supposedly the Arab and Muslim countries with reservations, but they accepted the plan, so they backed the plan. So if there are consultations between Hamas member and other head of states or government in other countries, they will recommend them to accept, which is something that would be very unlikely to happen. Moreover, if we consider that there is a lot of distraction on this, considering the reaction on the flotilla reaching Gaza and the Israeli reaction, and the lack of reaction from other countries as well. We keep seeing that all the members of the flotilla were detained, the boats were confiscated, and alas, there is no more issues. They will be deported to their countries and nothing else will happen. So Israel keep doing whatever they want without anybody imposing any restriction, any limit. And at the end of the day, the only plan that was put on the table that has supposedly the force of the U.S. enforcement, because it was clear that if Hamas did not accept that plan, Trump gave green light to Netanyahu to do whatever he wants to do in order to finish the work that Netanyahu said they started and needs to finish one way or the other, which is basically elimination of everybody they consider a threat for Israel.
Yes, and it's also been widely viewed that Trump has given the green light for Netanyahu regardless of any ceasefire proposal. But as a reporter on the ground in Gaza has been telling us, Israel is ramping up its attacks across the enclave, particularly on Gaza City. How do you see that situation playing out? I mean, it looks like at this point there's no doubt that Israeli forces will seize Gaza City in its entirety, but do you fear that they'll take the entire enclave in due course?
Exactly. I don't see that the one thing is linked to the other. The fact that Hamas is accepting this draconian agreement doesn't mean that Israel will stop occupying Gaza. Gaza is an objective that they decided that will be fully occupied and we fully vacated, and they keep repeating even today, those who are not leaving the city will be considered terrorists and they will be killed. So even if they accept today this agreement, does it mean that they will stop today immediately their operations? I highly doubt this is going to happen. So I don't think both the acceptation by Hamas of the deal that will take a while to be implemented and the occupation of Gaza are linked at all.
Okay, Luciano Zaccara, we'll have to leave it there, but it's great to get your analysis as always. Thank you.